refreshing it is to not have any loans to rely on apart from those two. But they'd been with us, from the start of the season, so they didn't really count. And then, lo and behold, we've got Premiership Youth Team 3000 as our starting 11.
Yeah, I'm uncomfortable that each loan player we seem to sign gets a start ahead of fit players that we have on the bench. Yeah. But maybe they're not match fit, but I'd still like to...
It's like we were saying beforehand, we don't know what the clauses are in there for actually playing them, do we?
No, it does make you wonder. And I did say earlier on, I've got a feeling that our manager might be trying to prove his worth a little too much in some cases by essentially feeling that he can transform anyone into whatever he needs them to be. And we haven't got time to be doing that right now.
I forgot what I was just about to say.
Oh, God.
I don't think...
I'm depressed.
Yeah, I would say there is a big 5-letter word. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, five-letter word. Aphobia. Had he played in most of the games that we've dropped points in since his departure, I think that we'd be in a better position right now.
Oh, it would be, because he's got goals in him. But
I'd comfortably, say that. And I never normally like to say, a player shouldn't be depended upon. But even Ali... without him, I think we look lost in midfield sometimes, and it's all pretty emotional.
Well, I think this is 15 minutes ago. This was so. This really is this just in.
Go
on. Wise words. Wise words from a wise player. Carl Baker's just said we're all really hurting because we've not been at it for the last few games, and that's just not good enough. We're disappointed with the Preston game. The last few weeks haven't been acceptable, but we're not going to go under. We're going to hold our heads up and just keep fighting.
Good man.
Nice to know that he listens in.
Yeah, absolutely. Cheers for that. We have to get him on at some point. He keeps asking. We say no, we're too busy. We've got time and stuff like that.
Got time for your bike.
Okie dokie. Right, a couple of things.
Step into the spotlight with me, Lucy, every Wednesday between 6 and 7 p.m. on Seclo Sounds. I'll have new music, the latest entertainment news, and interviews with local bands. If you're in a band, or if you have music that you think I should be playing, I'd love to hear from you. Email me, lucy@seclosounds.org, and join me every Wednesday from 6 till 7 for Spotlight on Seclo Sounds.
You're listening to the MooCamp Radio Show here on Seclo Sounds. And our Seclo Sounds exists to bring people and communities together to celebrate all that's best about the city. And we produce a variety of music and speech programmes produced by local people, and we're run by over 60 volunteers. There's always room for more, so if you have a programme idea or a skill that you want to offer, send an email to volunteers@seclosounds.org. What's left, Gers?
Stuff. Sorry. Second half's just kicking off. Coming up in the rest of the show, we will continue our positive spin focus. We'll have the Knicks and a long line of League One grounds you just have to keep visiting. We'll bring you more things you don't know about Peterborough and a night out in Fleetwood. And we'll talk about some upcoming matches and stuff too, but we'll have to go some.
Excellent one, thanks very much.
As you all know by now, the Dons are the most popular club in the country, and Pete Winky Winkleman is not only the most popular chairman in the lower leagues, he's possibly the most popular man in football altogether. But just how widespread is Winky's fame? Who really loves him? We carried out some more research this week, and we can now say that Tess of the D'Urbervilles, Tess Daly, Tom Bakey, Danny Baker, Danny Minogue, Kylie Minogue, Jeremy Kyle, Jeremy Clarkson, Kelly Osborne, George Osborne, Boy George, Badly Drawn Boy, and all the cast and production crew from Men Behaving Badly all really, really love Winky. As always, there were some people who wouldn't give us an answer. Buckingham Palace refused to take our call, even though we'd ensured we dialed 141 before they rang them. And although the Honey Monster was sympathetic to our cause, he just couldn't take Pete's haircut seriously. Rule W0 L3.
With games getting lost, 'tis easy to moan. But look on the bright side. League One is our home.
This just in, following calls for his head from the less patient members of our fan base, Don's boss, Carl Robbo Robinson, explained to a packed Stadium MK press conference exactly what he thought. Robbo looked each of the assembled journalists in the eye, moving slowly from hack to hack, holding their gaze long enough to make them feel ever so slightly uncomfortable, and said simply, bleepers. More on this once we've stopped giggling nervously.
Texty, tweety things.
Yeah, I've got a text here from Paul Harris. It says, walking back to the car on Saturday, some woman walked past me and a group of MK fans and said, it's only a game. As if.
That's it, yeah.
Rhonda from the Valleys says, help me. Carl from MK1's tweeted in and says,
Another belt.
there's gratitude for you. Kim from Newport Pagnell says, I'm getting bored with the football at the moment. I've been following this club for months now and we've not been promoted in all that time. So sort it out, Crobbo. And Paul from Middleton says, no, 1,000 times no.
That Crobbo could stick, I think. I think Crobbo is...
Incidentally, about things sticking, have we mentioned a certain result that happened early on in the season yet?
I don't think we have. 51
Which one are you talking
minutes.
about?
Which game in particular?
A game against Manchester off United. It was
Manchester
I can't remember what the
United,
score was.
Well, if you know what the score to that game was, if you could let us know by tweeting and Facebooking and all those things, because I can't remember. Did we score?
I think we scored 4 times, but I'm not sure what the final score was.
How many did they score?
None.
That's not very many, is it?
Yeah.
That's less than our 4, I reckon.
That's 4 less.
And a matter of fact, they've managed to concede more goals from Danny Welbeck, who played for them that game, than than they scored against us this season.
Very good.
If that makes any sense
It
whatsoever.
doesn't.
Don't pretend it does.
I heard the words Welbeck, and that reminded me of the time when we beat Man United 4-0. So
4-0,
I was
that's
kinda
right,
happy with that.
52 minutes, spot on.
Yeah. Okay. What was that? I just got a thing. Scott McGregor said, decent show, guys. Enjoyed all the bleeping part of the show. It was a braw. Listen tonight. I believe that's Scottish, isn't it?
Scottish for well done.
For well done. He said, get looking for our mojo. It should be around Junction 14, methinks. TTFN. She's very Radio 2. We need a proper Radio 2 moment, TTFN. Okay, look, we've got games coming up. We've got a couple of matches between now and when we will meet again, so we probably need to spend a few minutes talking about them. Let's start off Walsall. I mean, is anyone slightly concerned about the fact that we're desperately looking to turn things around and we've now got 2 away games in a row?
No, actually, I think that's the best thing for us. I genuinely do.
Yeah.
I think that'll take the pressure off.
And actually, I know this is remarkable because we were all saying the other last week that when we lost to Chesterfield, what we need is a big game against Pitt. I'm pretending that there's no football going on.
How's that working out for you?
Not very well. But I think after the way that Walsall treated us earlier on in the season, how dare they? Maybe now we can say, look, we're playing badly, and we played badly that day when we were playing well. If that makes any sense again, we know how difficult this is.
Sentences from the MooCamp Radio Show.
Here's the chance, lads, to
I'm still
pick up
trying to work
and
out
play.
the first thing you said.
And going on to that Oldham, which is always a very, very... So I've completely forgot just then that we beat them 7-0 this season. That's always a difficult place to go.
That's more than 4-0.
more than
4-0.
yes.
Who was the 4-0? That was Manchester
That was
United.
Man United.
wasn't it?
That was,
Okay.
yeah.
3 more.
So didn't Walsall beat us 3-0 then? This is didn't they? Something.
It's
Yeah.
time
That's
for
three.
revenge
That's
on
3
them.
more goals than Man United scored against us.
That's revenge.
That's true.
Shall be
Yeah,
ours.
that's true,
We'll
yeah.
annihilate them, I think.
Yeah.
A positive spin
I
on
think Will
it.
Grigg's going to score a hat trick.
So do I. That's exactly what I was going to say. Will Grigg hat trick, 3-0 to us.
There's
There we go.
a similar thing happened last year, although the season petered out into nothing. We're going for a bit of a bad time. We're playing Walsall. Never normally do well at their gaff. And we went and won 3-0 and played like Brazil that day. Out of nowhere. So anything's
Playing
possible.
like the Brazilians in this pitch tonight, you'll not be happy.
Yeah. Who's going? Are we hands?
No.
Guess where I'm going? I'm going to see Sleaford Mod, so I can't go.
Is that the Crawford?
It is
Well, they can't go to Walsall. They're playing at lunchtime or something.
sold out.
Is it sold out? I was going to go.
I was deciding to go to Walsall, but then I decided that I didn't want to.
I'm trotting off to a
As
little...
well, that is as good as
Trotting off to a little place called Boulziel, which
yes.
is midway between Calais and Dunkirk for the weekend.
Are you going, Mr. Brando?
I think I am, yes.
I would like to go because it's a nice club. Not the club, the actual club.
nice club.
Well, if you want a lift, you can come with us.
No, I'm going
Can
to
I?
see Sleaford
Yeah.
Mods.
Thanks.
Yeah, okay. I wasn't actually talking to you, but yeah, you can come as well.
Gone to the pub at 11 o'clock, so I soaked the atmosphere up.
That's a bit of atmosphere, Jesus. Okay, yeah, I mean, right, I'm going. I always love going there. It's always great. It was one of my first away matches. The day I met Franco. That's how I was considered Walsall. Was the first time I met Franco.
Not ever to go back there in case he's there.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think it's a great place. It's easy to get to, and it's always good atmosphere. I think generally from us at least. There, normally the quietest
Club, get in
Pardon?
there.
So,
For everyone that's going.
I've still never been in.
Haven't you?
No.
Get in there. Great food.
I went in once.
Really good beers.
I went in once and didn't get the fuss. Then again,
Which, of course, is of interest to you.
Yeah, as a non-drinker who's trying to diet, I'm really chuffed with that. Thanks very much.
I was 16 the last time that I went in there, and I'd never had a drink or anything else, so it was rubbish.
It's like Phoenix Nights. That's what exactly
Yep.
what it's like.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Real Tappers and Shunters Club.
Excellent. Okay,
Relevant thing there for someone to get on.
so that's the Saturday.
And then we've got rotten meat on Tuesday, and
We've
that's
got-
nothing to do with pork chops.
Oldham on Tuesday. Anyone going?
Nah,
No.
not Tuesday.
I
not
can't do
till-
this one. I'm disappointed. I always like going up there. It's always an awful.
No, my daughter's
place.
ice skating has just been changed from a Monday to a Tuesday, so that's
Yeah.
out.
Nah, I
Unfortunately,
can't
I've decided that I don't want to go, so I'm not.
Okay,
Too
it's fair
far
enough.
away
Can't
from
argue with
Tuesday
that.
night, no.
You're kind of bold with your
We better get a move
statements
on,
this
get
evening.
these results of these quizzes.
Yeah, we need to do that.
Polls
I
and
think
stuff.
I've already decided we're not going to do the bit of music, so we can go right up to the end because Darren's
Okay.
not coming in. So
Okay, yep.
we've got a couple of minutes. Yeah,
I'll slow
otherwise,
down.
yeah.
Put
Thanks
your
for
feet
telling me
up,
I was
mate.
2 minutes over. What I want to ask first of all is Roundabout of the week. Can you tell us where we are?
I can. We've had lots and lots of entries come in this week, but we've not had a right one, I'm afraid. This week it was Fairways Roundabout,
Knew
of
it.
course.
Fairways Roundabout,
bang
V4
on
Watling
again.
Street and Monk's Way, if I'm
Yeah,
right.
that's the one.
Intersection,
Monk's Way,
double
yep.
roundabout.
Yep.
Now I get the 2, 3, 4 or 6 thing. Okay, that makes sense. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, well that's probably good. Well done to those of you who didn't get it right. I don't know what you're thinking of. Pom. So, what's the poll?
The poll this week is very, very close again. It always is. I don't know what's wrong with this. but
Yeah, I think there's
never-
an awful lot of. I think there's tactical voting going on in lots of areas, and I think they've both got people out voting for them in force.
Probably right, actually. Well, 52% of the vote this week is for Carolyn.
Carolyn, 52%.
Close.
God,
52%.
that's fantastic. Okay, all right. Is that 2-2? I think
Yes, it is. Yeah,
that's
2-2.
2-2.
Although last week's is still under a steward's inquiry.
That's true,
We've
yeah.
not got round to that yet.
Are you impressed we've actually managed to keep this going for 4 weeks so far? Because I must say I am. I'm secretly rather proud of this one. Oh, my word. Look, there is... what have we got to say? You've been listening to us, and we've been doing whatever it is we do. Let's have some accompaniment to this. You have been listening to the MooCamp Radio Show, and we have been being the MooCamp Radio Show, and we will continue to be the MooCamp Radio Show on Wednesdays at 8 o'clock whenever we have the
We
opportunity.
will keep
Until we're fired,
camping
yeah.
along.
Yeah, until we're fired, until we punch the producer in the face
Yeah, exactly.
and get taken off
Yep.
air. Why didn't someone just punch Richard Hammond? That would have been a whole lot easier and far more satisfying for the general
Maybe so.
And
population.
solved everything, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it really would have done stuff. But yes, okay. What am I going to say? You've been listening to the MooCamp Radio Show, a collection of stuff dreamed up by Brando and modders with additional material from Gers, Filthy Don, Darren Ferguson, which actually came in this week in his own words because he had nothing else to do, and Prince Ferdinand of Portugal, which was
That's
nice. Yeah. We're going to be back at 8 p.m. next week, but I've got about 34 seconds that I need to fill before I start the last trailer. So what's our predictions? Oh, I should have left that running. What's our predictions for the scores against Walsall?
3-0.
3-0 at Walsall.
2-1 to us.
I'm going to say 2-1 to us. And our predictions for Oldham?
5-0 to us.
2-0 to us.
3-1 to Oldham.
I'm going to say 1-1.
I'll take 1-0, actually.
yeah.
I would take one.
Okay, so all that needs to tell us is have a great week, and all that needs to tell us, that makes no sense. Have a fantastic week. Really pleased you were here. Pleased we weren't. Talk to you soon.
MK Pulse proudly sponsors Seclo Sounds. MK Pulse is Milton Keynes' local magazine, bringing helpful information on food, health, fashion, money, travel, culture and much more to 84,000 people every month. Plus news, views and what's on from around the city. If it's happening in Milton Keynes, it's in MK Pulse and it's available online at www.mkpulse.co.uk.